Good afternoon, everyone. The September 10th, 2024 special meeting of the Marion County School Board is called to order. Mirroring and modeling the way our students begin each day, I ask that we observe a moment of silence at this time. Please join me. Thank you. I'll now go ahead and read our board commitment statement. We are the Marion County School District Leadership Team. When we come together to work, we are efficient, effective, and productive. Our three most important characteristics are dedicated, transparent, and individually responsible. To work well together, we must demonstrate respect, confront reality, and be accountable. We will always put students first, and we will leave a legacy of success. For the courtesy of those listening to the meeting, I'm requesting everyone in the audience to please remove their hats and turn off their electronic devices or put them on vibrate. Board Clerk, please call the roll.
Dr. Ellison Campbell, District 1. Mrs. Lori Conrad, District 2.
Here.
Mr. Eric Cummings, District 3.
Here.
Mrs. Nancy Thrower, District 4.
Here.
Dr.
Here.
Sarah James, District 5.
Here.
Dr. Diane Gullett, Superintendent.
Here.
Mr. Jeremy Powers, School Board Attorney.
Here.
Thank you. Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this point, I'll hand it over to Dr. Gullett. Good afternoon, Dr. Gullett.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. I recommend approval of the agenda for the September 10th, 2024 special school board meeting with the materials in the board packet, those materials distributed to board members at the meeting, and the audio recording included as part of the official record of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. May I have a motion on the superintendent's recommendation, please?
So move.
Moved by Board Member Cummings, seconded by Vice Chair Conrad. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously 5-0. Ms. Martinez, again, please provide the proof of publication.
The notice for the September 10th, 2024 special board meeting was published in the Ocala Gazette on August 30th, 2024. Proof of publication has been attached in board docs under proof of publication.
Thank you. The purpose of this meeting is to hold public hearings on the final millages and budget for the 2024-2025 fiscal year. The budget process involves public hearings to be held in the following order. A, rolled back rate computation and tentative budget amended to conform to final budget. B, resolution determining revenues and millages levied, resolution number 23-07. And C, resolution adopting the final budget, which is resolution 23-08. If you wish to address the board regarding one of the public hearings, there is a special form to be completed on which you will need to select the appropriate areas of concern. I now recognize our school board attorney to address the rules governing this special budget meeting. Good afternoon, Attorney Powers.
Thank you. In compliance with Section 286.0114 of Florida statutes, the school board has adopted uniform procedures for public speakers who wish to speak at this evening's meeting, either regarding one of today's agenda items or a matter relating to the operations of the school district. These procedures will ensure the public has a reasonable opportunity to be heard on school board and school district matters. A written summary of these procedures is located in the table on the lobby. Public speaker forms are also located on the same table. The completed forms were due to the school board's clerk at no later than 5:00 p.m. This evening's speakers will be called prior to the business portion of the school board's meeting in the order of receipt by the school board clerk. Before you begin speaking, please state your full name for the record and spell your last name. Each speaker will have 5 minutes of time. However, if there are more than 5 persons who wish to speak, the board may seek consensus to limit each speaker's time to 3 minutes. When the speaker has 1 minute remaining, the speaker will receive a visual notice to complete his or her comments. Speakers may not yield their time to other people. Speakers and meeting attendees are expected to conduct themselves in a respectful manner. Therefore, verbal attacks and profanity are strictly prohibited. Pursuant to the procedures for public comments, item 6, speakers are not to identify specific individuals other than themselves or their child unless the statement is provided 24 hours in advance. The board is here to listen to your comments only. You may be directed to an administrative staff member following the conclusion of any comments for further assistance to address your concerns. If there are matters dealing with student discipline, including expulsions, they'll be scheduled at the conclusion of the televised portion of the regular meeting. Parents may address the board regarding a discipline matter at that time. To ensure student privacy, only a parent or guardian may use a student's first or last name. Identifying references to or identification of other students or their families are strictly prohibited. A speaker's speech does not reflect the endorsement, sponsorship, position, or expression of the school district. Thank you for your attention to the board's requirements. Madam Chair, that concludes my explanatory remarks.
Thank you, Attorney Powers. Ms. Martinez, do we have any speakers this afternoon?
No, Madam Chair.
Thank you. All right, we will begin with resolutions. Before proceeding with fiscal year 2024-2025 budget hearings, we need to finalize the fiscal year 2024 budget. May I have a motion to approve final budget resolution number 10 for the fiscal year 2023-2024?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Who was that? Oh, thank you. Motion by Board Member James, second by Vice Chair Conrad. Is there any discussion from the board? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously 5-0. May I have a motion to approve the monthly financial report for year ending June 2024?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Vice Chair Conrad.
Second.
We'll go with second by Board Member Campbell. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously 5-0. The chair now recognizes Superintendent Gullett to begin the budget public hearing process.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The total millage to be levied is greater than the rolled back rate by 3.80%. The required local effort millage rate is greater than the rolled back rate by 1.86%. Each school board participating in the state allocation of funds for the current operation of schools must levy the millage set for its required local effort from property taxes. As a result of the work sessions we held with the board since the adoption of the tentative budget of $1,323,493,765 on July 30th of 2024, the following changes have been made and have been incorporated into the proposed final budget, and they are as follows. Major changes include a net increase or decrease in revenue due to the following. Under General Fund Operating, Marion Technical College Workforce Development Grant, school activity fees, and transfers from capital projects for portable leases. Under the category of adult education, we have Marion Technical College Workforce Development Grant and Special Revenue Other. And then the third category is special revenue federal, state, and local grants, which includes new and carryover grants. We also have net increase and decrease in expenditures due to the following reasons and categories. Under General Fund Operating, we have net change in the staffing plan, alternative education contracted service, property casualty, insurance premiums, portable classroom lease, Marion Technical College Workforce Development Grant, and carryover for categoricals. Under the category of General Fund Adult Education, we have the following changes: net change in the staffing plan and Marion Technical College Workforce Development Grant. Under the category of General Fund Referendum, we have a net change in the staffing plan. Under capital projects, we have remodeling, renovation, and new construction, as well as motor vehicles and carryover projects. Under special revenue food services, we have a net change in the staffing plan and additional food costs. And then under the category of special revenue other, we have new and carryover grants. Changes in the fund balance are due to the following: actual revenue and expenditures recorded in July for the prior fiscal year. The following attachments have been added to the rolled back computation. There are 4 items here. The memo changes from tentative to final budget. The second is certification and compliance. The third is the public hearing certification. And the final and the fourth is fiscal year 2024-2025 final budget publication, which is to be published on Marion County Public website on September 11th, that's tomorrow, 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gollett. May I have a motion on the superintendent's recommendation that the board amend the adopted tentative budget to conform to the proposed final budget for fiscal year 2024-2025?
So moved.
Moved by Board Member Cummings,
Second.
second by Board Member Campbell. This is a public hearing. Does anyone wish to address the board concerning the rolled back rate and/or the amended tentative budget? I think you already shared we don't have any speakers tonight, Ms. Martinez.
That's correct.
Thank you. Any discussion from the board? Hearing and seeing none, we'll go ahead and vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes unanimously, 5-0. Dr. Gullett.
Thank you. Madam Chair, members of the board, the School Board of Marion County, Florida proposes a total millage rate of 6.323, which is greater than the rolled back rate of 6.0914 mils by 3.80%. I recommend the board adopt Resolution 24-07, determining revenue and millages to be levied for fiscal year 2024-2025.
Thank you, Dr. Gullett. May I have a motion on the superintendent's recommendation that the board adopt Resolution 24-07, determining revenues and millages levied for fiscal year 2024-2025?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Board Member James,
Second.
second by Board Member Campbell. This is a public hearing. Does anyone wish to address the board concerning the millages? I understand we have no green forms that were turned in, so we'll turn it over for the board for any discussion. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously, 5-0. Dr. Gullett.
Thank you again. Madam Chair, members of the board, I recommend the board adopt Resolution 24-08, affirming the final budget for fiscal year 2024-2025 in the amount of $1,335,838,990.
Thank you, Dr. Gullett. May I have a motion on the superintendent's recommendation that the board adopt Resolution 24-08, affirming the final budget for fiscal year 2024-2025 in the amount of $1,335,838,990. May I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Vice Chair Conrad,
Second.
second by Board Member James. This is a public hearing. Does anyone wish to address the board concerning the final budget? Again, I understand that no green forms were turned in, so we'll take it to the board for discussion. Any discussion from the board? Hearing and seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously, 5-0. Thank you. We'll move on to our last item. May I have a motion to acknowledge receipt and approve the annual financial report for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2024?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Board Member James,
Second.
Second.
second by Vice Chair Conrad. Sorry, Board Member Cummings. Any discussion from the board? Hearing and seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously, 5 votes to 0. We will move on to board committee reports and concerns. Any board committee reports and concerns at this point before our next meeting? Okay, seeing and hearing none. Everybody good? Attorney Powers?
Nothing further.
Okay, board clerk?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Martinez. All right, there being no further business to discuss, may I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Board Member Campbell,
Second.
second by Vice Chair Conrad. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously, 5-0. We are adjourned at 5:16 PM. Thank you.